I think it's a couple of minutes in, so I'd like to welcome everyone to our training this month. And we have a special guest, Mr. Darin, with us. He's going to help us explore list reports and get better at utilizing that to hopefully drum up some business for all of us. So I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Darin.
Thank you so very much. And I appreciate you guys taking some time to listen to me today. And as she was saying, I'm going to hopefully be able to provide you with enough details so you can see how easy this platform can be for you so you guys can really take advantage of the resources that you have with access with regards to partnering up with Tomekia, because what you get is free marketing for your listings. You get access to free premium social media content to help you get more engagement on your social media, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, even engaging and providing resources to your current database of clients, which is something that right now everyone should be really hitting heavily right now, because your biggest annuity is your past clients. That log of clients you've been doing business with for years, is you have to think of that as your annuity, and we have ways to help you really engage with them and provide constant information that's relevant and makes you look good. So without further ado, and I will give you guys some of my background as well, just to kind of give you some of what I've done in the past. Is I actually, before I started working at List Reports, goodness, almost 6 years ago now, I was actually a mortgage banker for 18 years. So I've been in the industry. I understand how rough it is right now, and the biggest challenges you guys are facing is obviously the low inventory and the interest rates. But there's always going to be a client out there that needs help getting into a home, or there's always going to be a client out there that needs to relocate. So making sure that your database, making sure that new friends, new contacts always know that you're a real estate professional is extremely important. And it's extremely important that each of you, if you're not already taking advantage of a free marketing source, and I'm not talking about list reports necessarily, I'm talking about your social media. Social media is free for you. It's the easiest way for you to market yourselves right now. One of my good dear friends, she is actually a trainer with a national real estate training firm, and they are telling everybody right now that if you're not posting something to social media at least 10 times a week, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, the biggest problem with that is most of you don't have time to look for content, and we understand that. And that's another reason why with list reports, we take care of that pain point for you as well, because we're going to deliver on a daily basis options of content that you can take advantage of really quickly and easily. And I'm going to start with that right there with the social media, because I think personally that's going to be the most important part of your journey to start with. And right now, Tomekia, I need to get access to share my screen.
Miss Larissa, can you turn that on, sweetie?
Oh, yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And I should be able to see my screen now, yes?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is what your list reports account will look like on your dashboard. And the first thing that we put front and center, because it is right now the most important part for all of you, is going to be your social media. And so each day you're going to get social media content that will be delivered to you also on a daily newsletter. So if you don't already have a list reports account, and when you get signed up and you start getting that daily email, it's not spam. We're not trying to make your life more difficult. This is what it will look like every single day. And this is the one from yesterday. I didn't have this morning's before I got on here, but the real estate articles is what we call notables. So every single day you're going to get 2 to 3 different real estate articles. This is a great resource for you to have something to post to, for example, LinkedIn. If you're not engaging on LinkedIn, it's very important too, because you want other professionals to know that you're a real estate professional as well, because you would be surprised how often real estate agents will look up realtors that they might be connected with, or one of their friends might be connected with that's in a different area because they want to provide a referral. You just never know. And again, you're going to have individuals that you maybe went to college with, or other business partners, maybe CPAs looking for a realtor. So LinkedIn can be a very valuable resource. And so when it comes to providing content on a professional type level, these real estate articles is a great resource for you there. You're also going to get daily shareable content that we mix up for you. So that, again, to make it simple for you, so you have something to quickly share, that Sometimes it'll be fun stuff like this. Like this was one yesterday was this, I cannot espresso how much I love real estate, right? Just something fun, get some engagement, get a chuckle out of your audience, whether it's just a like or a love or a comment. But again, we're doing this so you can get some sort of reaction from your viewers. Really important. But we are also going to have usable information as well that we mix up on a daily basis. Like this is a great one that went out yesterday. You know, we want to encourage, we understand what's going on with the current environment. So we're helping you get messaging out there that's going to reassure your clients, reassure your viewers, make sure that they know that they should be reaching out to you for all real estate questions. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be to buy a new home, right? So we want to help, maybe it's, or maybe they're looking at investment properties, or maybe they're looking to help their children, right? So this is just another step when you're using social media to think about with regards to how it could help you with your outreach. Okay. Now, again, like I mentioned, this is sent to you daily. It's not to spam you, it's to make your life easier. So, for example, even if you're on your cell phone, okay, and you open up this email and you haven't posted something that day yet, and you're on your way to Starbucks, let's say, for example, well, this is a live email, all right, and it is a smart email. So when you click on this share now, or you just even click on the image, right, for this one here, it is a smart email that's going to take you directly into the staging page of your account, where you can then go ahead and post it to your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, whatever the case might be that you want to post it to. Is making me sign back in again. And then this way it is. Sorry, I keep going back and forth between my loan officer account, my agent account. That's why it's doing this right now. Give me 1 second here. For you guys, this is going to take you right here immediately, but even that was pretty simple. So, and from there, what's nice is you can actually add some personalization to it. I know a lot of times I get questions about, or maybe a comment about saying, well, if this is what's being sent out to every single agent out there, how is this making it just for me? Well, first off, you can't think of your Facebook account as something that everyone's going to see, right? These are your viewers, these are your contacts. However, with that said, you can still add some personalization to it. And that's when you scroll down, you can see where it says choose your branding. This is where you can put a color theme on there. Or if you have a specific color theme for your specific brokerage that you either have to use or like to use, we have different color brokerages here as well. And now, mind you, these are just color themes. So if you're not restricted or have to use your specific color theme, but this particular shareable looks better with, say, a Century 21 background, you can use that. It's not going to add Century 21 information. It's just using their colors. Okay. But this is going to then add your headshot, your company logo onto the shareable. So now you have something too where you can add a tagline and you can add some personalization to here as well as a quote. I've seen different quotes like depending on the different times of the day, happy hump day, give me a call, or, you know, happy Friday, everyone. If you're looking for anything this weekend, give me a call, whatever the case might be. But again, you can add some messaging up here to add that personalization to it. All right. Another thing we want to help you out with too is going to be messaging. You don't have to state anything at all, but you'll notice here when you do go to post it to Facebook, for example, we are going to give you the ability to say, make a comment or add hashtags to preface the post so that when somebody sees it, you can have a message in here, right? And if you don't know what you want to say, well, that's where these recommendations come into play for you, including recommended hashtags. So all you have to do is click this copy caption. You can then paste it into the what would you like to say area, and then go ahead and post it to your Facebook. Okay. I'm just going to pause real quickly right here. I just want to see if I have any questions so far too. I want to make sure I'm not going too quickly through this, but any questions or any comments at all so far?
No, I love it. I use the shareables
Mm-hmm.
just about daily most of the time.
Oh, great, great. And are you getting a lot of engagement, or are you getting likes from your viewers?
Yeah, I get likes and shares, and periodically I do add like I think I used this one yesterday. I forgot what I added, but I add like just a little something to it, kind of piggyback off of the caption and
Okay,
just add my own little touch to it. Not too much, but
perfect, perfect.
I post these on my Instagram and my Facebook account daily. And what I do is I add my website link before all of the hashtags.
Very smart. Very
so
true.
that if someone is reading and they're interested, because I want to direct more traffic toward my website. And
Mhm.
my website has my email and my phone number on it in addition. But one thing I wasn't doing was selecting the choose your branding, and I think I'll start doing that to make it look different. But I am getting more, I'm getting an email indicating that more people are looking at my Instagram account now.
Oh, great. Great.
I haven't gotten up any business yet, but that's coming next.
Mhm.
Yes,
It
it is.
is 100%.
Karen, can you show them how they can select a different shareable and they don't have to just use that one from the day?
Absolutely. I'll get to that here in a second. Any other questions about this part right here? Because one thing I wanted to bring to your attention too is, let's say, for example, the shareable for that day is something maybe too cutesy or something like that. Like for me, I wouldn't post this, right? Knowing when to replace a roof is a little like Goldilocks. Not to say this is a bad content, but just for me personally, doesn't really fit my persona, right? In those instances, though, another thing you guys might want to think about doing or should think about doing is video, right? If you're not already doing video to have personal engagement on your Instagram, on your Facebook, even on your LinkedIn, this is something you need to start experimenting with. And I can't tell you enough how important that is. Now, if you don't know what you want to say, this is where some of these shareables, like this one right here, where I wouldn't maybe post this shareable, but this caption could be a good video content for me to use as a script. And so you'll see here, what I'll do is I'll just kind of move it up to the top of the screen. So now I'm looking eye level at the camera. I'll start the recording, and it would be something like this. Hey everybody, Darin here. I just wanted to remind you that timing is everything when it comes to roof replacement. So replacing too early can mean unnecessary costs, but at the same time, replacing too late can lead to damage and higher repair expenses. So ensure your home stays protected and maintains its value by scheduling your roof update at the correct time. And if you have any questions about that or need expert advice, that's what I'm here for. Give me a call, right? And what's nice about this too, and you might make mistakes, and that's okay, because even making mistakes is a good thing. You want to have this be very personable, so and inviting. But this just gives you something again too that you can use and take advantage of the scripting, the shareable content with any of this content, right? So this is just something else you can do. You can even do a story and do a video on a storyline on your Instagram and use this caption, even though you've already pasted this, right? So just some different ideas for that you can take advantage of, okay? And then when it goes to posting the Instagram, you do need to download and upload the image. Facebook has a hyperlink here, but then you'll see the red share tab here. And this is for all of our shareable content, where then it'll open up the hyperlink for Facebook. You've got X/Twitter, you got LinkedIn. You can do an email blast, and you can even copy this link. And I'll show you how this could be advantageous for you as well when you want to send a client something from your cell phone. Now, going to different shareable content, you get full access to our entire library of shareables, okay, when you partner up. And this can be found when you go to, oh, they moved it up on me. On the left-hand side of the navigation bar right here, you just click on shareables, and this is where you can go to your shareable types. So here's the daily shareables, and we have different categories. And some of this you can consider evergreen, right? They just don't expire, right? I'll be your source for real estate, awesome agent shareables. And each of these have the different categories, but some of this stuff can be used for different times of the year. Some of it's going to be stuff you can use at any time of the year. But what's also nice about this is, because you have full access to the entire library, you can download as much as you want to your desktop into a folder, right? Add the branding on there before you download it, add any tagline if you want to add the tagline. And then what you can do is from, for example, your Facebook business account, your Meta account, you can schedule posts out into the future, right? So now if you took, let's say, 30 minutes at the beginning of the month just to find maybe 20 shareables you want to post that month, you can do that and be done with it in an hour at the very beginning of the month. And now you have at least, say, 2 shareables per week already going to be going out for you automatically. So that's 2 of your 10 shareables. Then between the emails you get from us on the daily basis, if you like the daily shareable, you can post that, or maybe it's gonna be the real estate article. But whatever you can do to get yourselves up to 10 posts per week is what you should try and do. I'm sorry, did somebody have a question? I apologize. Somebody say something? No? I'm just hearing things. But something like this right here, 5 important things to know before buying a house. Again, this is something that doesn't expire. You can post this at any time. It's good content. And again, even the caption here, maybe you've already posted this, but you want to make a video a week later. Here's some script you can use as well. Okay. Now, going back to the different shareable types, we also, like I mentioned, each day you get the 2 to 3 different real estate articles. That's what we call our notables. And on the notables, this is a great, like I mentioned, we recommend using these for LinkedIn. Start getting some presence on LinkedIn. Of course, use this on Facebook and Instagram as well, or even TikTok. But these also have some different templates you can use too, so you can kind of mix up the visual on these also. Okay. And the links that are in here, it just takes the reader to the actual source. All right. We're not looking to do anything with your clients. We don't sell their information. This is just taking them right to the source of that article so that you have something you can share with your viewers. Okay. You can even use some of these articles if you want to, is maybe again a talking point, right? A script. I wouldn't use this one here with Martha Stewart, but you kind of get the idea. We have some real estate information, some news that you think might be like this right here. The Realtor's Confidence Index shows rising, right? You can take this article, take a blurb from it, use it as a way you can kind of make an introduction, a video, whatever the case might be, but follow it up with this as well. Take a look at this article. If you have any questions, give me a call. Okay. The other one, this is nice, is we have a weekly talking points, and this is a weekly digital newsletter that every Friday we're going to provide you with 3 fresh national real estate news articles. And this gives you an opportunity to show yourself off in your local market area, right? With relevant information about what's happening in that specific market, which you can do up to 4 different market areas, which we define as a city, zip code, or a neighborhood. So if you have different cities that you focus on and you want to add those in here, you can do this right here really simply. Add each city that you want to showcase. You can even include or not include historical data trends, but this also gives you an opportunity to show off your knowledge, your education, or just make an impression on your viewers really quickly when they look at this post. Because again, you notice here that when somebody opens it up, we're going to tell you guys this is where you could put your own personalized introduction, whether it's just a brief synopsis of what they're about to read, or if you have, by the way, I have an open house coming up this weekend, tomorrow at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Have any questions about these articles or just want to see a new beautiful home, come meet me here. Whatever the case might be. But of course, on this section right here with the local market trends, here's what's going on in your local market housing area to give you some insights. Let me know if you have any questions. Newport Beach has seen a decrease, of 0.3% over the last 42 days. So these are the type of ways you can give some relevant information to your viewers and give, here we go. And give them something they can view that's helping them stay relevant and know what's going on in the market area today, right? Anything that you can do to show and educate your clients, because really what it comes down to is gaining trust, right? And the easiest way to gain trust from the consumer, from your viewers, from your database, is showing them that you know what's going on with the real estate market, showing them that you know what's going on with the economy, so they know they can entrust you to reach out to with any questions they might have. Okay. Any questions about the weekly talking points? Does anybody use this one, by the way, at all? Or play with this one yet?
I can't remember if I've used. I don't know. I think I have, maybe. Yeah, because I've used that one before. What's up with real estate? So yeah, I have.
Okay. This is also something you can actually download in printable format too. So we have a print as a PDF. So if you want to do a mailer in the neighborhood, you can
Oh, I
print.
didn't know that.
Okay.
One quick question.
Mhm.
Where do you, when you're talking about scheduling your post,
Mhm.
where do you schedule them at?
So that you would do from your Facebook account, and I'll email.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you know what
I
I'm
know
talking
what
about?
you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. In
Okay.
the Meta Business Suite area.
Yes.
Okay. Does everybody on the call? Does everybody else know how to do that? Well, if
I
I do
don't.
have a question. When I use some of these advertisement, sometimes it doesn't pass through my security. Like it's saying there's what is the word? That is something is wrong with it. So it won't allow me to sometime connect or to post it because it's saying what is the word? Like it's got a virus or something.
Gotcha.
But I'm just trying to see how to bypass that without lowering
Is it
my
when you're
security
using your
rates
on your cell phone or your computer?
on my computer.
Yeah, it did me like that, and I
Okay.
think because maybe my it was outdated maybe, so I would have to go to my cell phone, but I have a new laptop now, but on the old one, it was giving me the same message, and I just had to post from my cell
Yeah,
phone.
my computer is new. It's about 2 years old, and the security system that I have on there, I update it every year. So
Oh,
I
okay.
guess I would have to probably do it from my cell phone,
Or
but
maybe you just have
I'm
to
pretty sure that's another question I can tab.
you might have to mark the website as a trusted website.
Okay, I can try that. So,
You can
okay,
try
sorry.
that. No, you're fine. Are you using Chrome by chance?
No, I'm not using Chrome.
So
It's a Windows.
okay, so try going to your list reports account through Chrome. It just tends to work a little bit better and
Okay,
pass the security preferences that way.
okay,
If that still doesn't work, then I would recommend just downloading and uploading it.
okay,
All right, because
awesome.
sometimes it has to do with the way the hyperlink works, and that is what will sometimes block.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a real quick tip, I like to download and upload too, because once you go to your Instagram and post it, and you can put copy to my Facebook automatically. So I like to download and upload it as well.
It's an extra step, but it's definitely worth it, right? Because it saves you that other step from having to then go to your Facebook and post it there then too. And what's
Yeah, it
nice
took
about
me a
that,
while to figure out that I had to download for Instagram because I kept on saying, "Why I can't post?" And then I figured out, okay, I got to download it.
mhm.
I couldn't. I thought I could just share it.
Well, what's nice about that going that route too is like, especially like for this next one right here, like the local housing market data, like if you do have multiple areas that you are doing business in, right? Like you can't put more than one city on here. But if you have multiple cities, what you can do is you can download this one first, then you can download the next city. Say like three. I think Instagram allows you to do 10 photos at a time, right? And so then what you can do is you can download each of them and then upload each of the photos and make a comment for each of those different cities. And so now people can kind of scroll through and look at this city and here's what's going on with this particular market area. So that's another good thing you do too. Okay. And this is where you can toggle the historical data on or off, right? If you don't want to have the historical data on there. But this is also something too, if you do have Spanish speaking viewers, if you want to, for this report, we do have it where you can toggle back and forth between Spanish and English. Okay. And then before I get to the next shareable content, I do want to cover a little bit about the marketing kits for you as well, because there's a piece of the marketing kits that's going to actually lead into the next shareable content that I think you guys will really like. So for your marketing kits for your listings, these are automated for you. Okay. You just need to activate your listing on the MLS. That's all you have to do. You don't have to log into your list reports account to request a marketing kit. You can, if you, for example, let's say you're going to be hosting an open house on a listing that is not yours. Well, what you can do is just go in here and you just literally just type in the address of the property that you're going to be hosting. And because it's an active listing, that's all you have to do. All you have to do at this point is you click this affirmation button right here and hit submit. And our team will find the listing and create the marketing kit for you. You don't have to type in the listing details. You don't have to upload any photos. You don't have to do a thing. The only thing you need to do to trigger that, though, is just make sure when you see it in the drop down, it's selected from the drop down, because that's what activates our MLS search. Okay. Now, if it is your listing, you're going to get an email from us, usually within an hour, that, hey, we just sent you your marketing kit for 123 Main Street. And then when you click on there, it'll take you to your marketing kit in your list reports account. And this is what you're going to see. So again, because social media is very important, we start off with these social media postcards. So these are digital postcards that you can use to promote your listing, and covers different life cycles of your listing. And you notice here on the top here too, same goes for all the flyers. So essentially what the platform does when we say you get 25 pieces of marketing, it's really what we're doing is we're covering every life cycle event for your listing, so that when it does go under contract, you don't have to go in and request an under contract flyer or postcard, right? And as you scroll down the marketing kit, you'll notice each of the categories for your flyers covers each life cycle event. We have our infographics, which I'll get into in a few here, or even our postcards. So you have your recently sold postcards already there for you. So you can either just download and print, or you can send it to your local printer directly. But we don't want you to have to worry about requesting new material at any point in time. It's already there for you. Okay. The other thing we have for you too, that's only available because of your relationship with Tomekia, is sign writers for your signage out front. You know, inventory is low right now, but properties are still kind of staying on the market a little longer than before. But this is also a way for you to make sure that you don't miss out any opportunities on properties that may not be on high traffic streets, right? How many of you guys have had multiple listings in the same neighborhood, but one's tucked away in a cul-de-sac that no one ever drives by, whereas your other one is in a high traffic area, right? Well, how do you make sure that people know that you have another listing in the neighborhood? This is a great solution for this, because the way our text to lead codes, or our sign writers work, I should say rather, is that we GPS track all of your active listings within a half-mile radius, as long as you make your own reusable short code like this right here. So what we recommend you do is, when you first go into your account, or if you already have an account, is to take the time to create your own reusable short code. And to do that, you just go into your settings and then go to, there we click it. Sorry guys, my computer's going really slow there. Should I hit resources? I thought I did something wrong. All right, so go to settings, there we go. Then you click on marketing kits. And right here, this is where you can create your own custom text lead code. So it just has to be 10 characters or less. And so when you go in to create your code, if it's already been taken, we'll let you know. If it hasn't been taken, it's all yours. You hit submit. And now what's going to happen is, every time you have a new listing, this code will be assigned to it. And this is going to save you really cost of having to buy multiple sign writers every time you have an active listing, because now you can keep using the same sign writers over and over again. Even the QR code will be assigned with this special QR code for your listings now as well. So now what's going to happen is, somebody drives by the one property that's on the main street, they stop, they scan the QR code, or they do the text code, right? And once they do either one of these two activities, what's going to happen is they're going to be sent to their cell phone a link to open up the single property website for that listing. But if you have multiple properties in that area that's both within that half-mile radius of each other, the consumer will get both links, or all 3 links, or all 4 links. And now they can see all of your active listings that are all right there in that same neighborhood. That gives them this information about your listing. The great part about this is, the consumer experience is that of which, where they're not being forced to fill out any contact cards. There is your information right here where they can fill this out if they choose to. But while that consumer is in here looking at all the photos that you've uploaded onto the MLS, you have now received a text notification and an email notification from us telling you, hey, Angela, Barb is interested in your property at 123 Main Street, give them a call. You can literally give the consumer a call while they're looking at this on their cell phone to see if they have any questions about your listing. Okay. So when you get a notification from List Report saying that you have a lead, that's not spam. that is true, it is real, it's a hot lead, act on it. Because we also know that if you can contact a consumer within the first 8 minutes, I'm sure you've all been in sales, 101, you guys have heard this for years. Contact that lead within the first 8 minutes. That's your best opportunity. This is why we send this to you within 10 to 15 seconds. All right. Now, another thing about this, you'll notice that on the top of their cell phone, they're going to see this big red tab that says see similar homes. Do not fear this. This is a good thing. We also, because we do understand consumer behavior, as beautiful as this home is, which at $12 million, it better be a beautiful home, right? But it may not be what they're looking for their family. Very common, right? Maybe it's missing something in the backyard, or maybe the kitchen, whatever the case might be. So what do most consumers do? Even though they might have your access to your website, do they always go to your website? No. Most consumers, and I mean, we're subject to it. I mean, let's be honest, Zillow did a great job of getting that name recognition out there with consumers. So a lot of times they'll just go to Zillow, they'll go to Realtor, they'll go to Redfin. We want to try and help mitigate those redirects. So we are going to encourage them to look at other homes that are also active in that neighborhood. But this website is created for you to give them that same experience they would get on Zillow, but all the call to actions go right back to you, no matter what listing they look at. So now we're mass marketing you for the entire neighborhood. So there's a bunch of other active listings in the neighborhood that, even though they're not yours, and we're keeping it compliant, we are putting the listing agent's information on there. But when they want an agent to talk to them about that listing, it's going to go to you. And we'll let you know. So you see in the message what this listing is for. So you're going to know immediately it's not your listing, but that's okay. You still have the resources to help them out. And you might have that listing down the road and whatever the case might be, but we want to help protect that lead funnel as best as we can. So that's why we do this right here. And another thing I want to assure you guys is List Reports has never, will never, we do not reach out to consumers. We don't sell their data, right? We're not a data reseller. So that would be illegal for us to do that. And we do not advertise to consumers. These are your leads. That lead will drop into your account. It's all yours. And for every lead that does drop into your account, even though we don't have any CRM APIs or integrations, your leads, you can actually export. So there is a section here for any leads that you get from our material, whether it's from the social media content, whether it's from a QR code or text lead code. We're going to let you know exactly what property it was where that lead came in through, right? If they don't fill out the contact card, it's going to come across as a prospective buyer. But while you're talking to them on the phone, this is where you get the opportunity to get their full name, get their email address, and follow up with them in kind. Now, what you can do is under your profile, there is a area called My Data. This is where you can export your leads based on the date that they came in. So let's say you have a really, heavy, open house from last weekend, and you get a bunch of leads in this week. Well, export the leads that you just received during this time frame onto a CSV, and then you can upload them into your CRM to follow up with them. Okay. Any questions about the lead export or the lead capture and how that works?
No.
You'll also notice that those QR codes and text to lead codes are also going to be on your flyers. So this is a great way. I mean, how many times have you guys had flyers out, front that, the next day the box is empty, but you haven't gotten one phone call? This hopefully will encourage consumers, if they do want to get some more information about your listing, as well as maybe more about the neighborhood, that they will text us to get some more information about the property, right? You can also, as you can see here, add times for your open house. And to do that is when you're in your marketing kit, you can make any edits you wish to make. Because remember, again, we are creating these for you guys automatically. So the pictures, the descriptions, everything about your listing is coming directly from what you entered onto the MLS. We are not making any changes, but we are selecting the photos for you. So let's say, for example, for this one here, maybe you don't like the kitchen shot we chose. Well, not a problem. You go into the edit report, and sorry guys, you go to the photo section right here. And right here is where you will find all the photos that we downloaded from your listing right here. So you can make any changes, you can change up the photos. You can even, let's say for example, if you have, maybe you don't want the bedroom bathroom blocks right here, right? Like this right here on this flyer. Maybe you prefer to have more photos. Well, in that case, you can go ahead and select more photos right here and it'll change it up. So now it'll just be all photos without that bedroom bathroom block on the front. Okay. And the power of your edits don't stop with just the photos. All right. Again, if you want to add a time for your open house, you can do that right here. You can put up to 2 dates at a time. If you want to add promotional text, you can add that right here as well. I saw, well, especially during COVID, a very popular one was, sold $50,000 over asking price, right? And of course, we all know that once rates go down, the bidding wars are going to start again. So that's another idea you can use for this. You can also, right here, if you are going to do a price range, you can do that also. And we do have this right here where you can toggle the price on and off, but you don't really need to do this because one of the flyers in your kit is a promotional flyer that you can use that doesn't display the price. And where that can be found is under the flyers right here. So here's a promotional flyer without the price. So there's no pricing on there. So that way it encourages the consumer to get some more information, right? Now, these digital postcards, one thing I want to make mention of this right here. These are phenomenal. And the reason I think that is not because I work here. What we've done with these is extremely clever because what you want to be able to do is, again, make sure you can protect your lead sources, right? So when you are promoting your new listing, you'll notice here we have include listing address or not. Sometimes maybe you really just want to tease the viewer to say, well, where is this property located at? What we've done is for your digital postcards, when you post our digital postcards onto your Facebook, they all are linked to this website again that I showed you earlier. What will happen is when they click on the image of that postcard, it's going to take them to this single property website to give them all the details about your listing. And again, they'll be able to go and look at the see similar homes, right? So they get the same experience they get just as if you were to, if they had just done the text lead code or the QR code, right? We also have different formats here for you as well. And that goes as well with the open house digital postcard, right? So you have the open house digital postcard with the different settings right here, which here too, for the digital postcards, is where you can add the dates also. And you can add up to 2 different dates on here and the times. So that could be viewable on that shareable. So this is a great piece of social media content that you can use. And we have on this suggested caption right here too, when you add the dates, it's going to put that in there automatically for you. I've scheduled an open house for Friday, May 24th at 2 to 4 p.m. And you'll notice here too, we're telling them click on the image to see all the listing details. Intentionally, because we know that that's what what's going to happen is they're going to be taken to here to get all the details about your listing. And they're going to see similar homes. And if they're doing this on the computer, what a great experience on the computer when they're looking at all these different homes in here too, right? Any questions about the digital postcards?
Darin, can you do the choose your branding? Because I haven't used the digital postcard. I'm not a realtor, but I'm thinking it would be a good way to promote. Like if I have a client who has to sell a house before they buy a house, I could help like put it on my website, you know, and help promote that listing. Okay, so it kind of does the same thing for the
Yep.
brand.
And we actually recommend doing that anyway, just because of the fact that again, you want to add that personalization. This gives you an opportunity to make some sort of a comment to really capture the viewer's attention, right? And you can even remind them, click the image for more info, right? So it's in big bold print as well. All right. And if you do post this to Instagram, what you will need to do, the embedded link doesn't work on Instagram. So when you download the image, before you upload it, click on this red share tab. And this is where I was going to tell you this hyperlink right here. You're going to want to copy this hyperlink and you're going to want to put it in the messaging on your Instagram post and just tell them to click on the link, right, to get more details about this listing. And it's going to take them to this experience right here where they can look at the property website. Okay. And then this is also something too. Let's say, for example, you're out and about and you meet somebody and you just overhear them looking at homes. So you just want to text this to one of your clients. Or if some of you are using mass text programs, this is a great way for you to take advantage of that, because now you can just copy this link and you can do that blast text to your database, right, with your new listing to advertise it that way. Okay. Now, another thing I want to bring to your attention with regards to this in your marketing kit too is something that we're really proud of, again, to try and help move to the next level of getting leads at your open houses, is by helping you get away from using the old traditional sign-in sheets, right? We do have one you can use if you like. I think it's really ugly personally, but I don't know. It's just with these colors. Maybe they're trying to discourage you to use it. But with that said, what we recommend doing is during your open house is forcing people to register when they come see by scanning this QR code as they enter the home, right? Hey, thank you so much for coming today. Our seller has made it so that we want to know who's come by so we can follow up with you appropriately. So please scan this code right here so we can register you that you came to see the home. Plus, this is going to give you some information about the neighborhood as well. Really simple, right? So now you have this as a means to get an actual phone number, be able to have something tracked so that you can actually follow up with the consumer appropriately. Okay. Any questions about the QR codes or these flyers right here, or anything in the marketing kit? And I apologize, I haven't been looking at the chat room. Is there anything in the chat room at all? I haven't looked at that at all. Nope. Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
Yep, you're doing good.
All right, so now I want to go back to the shareable content. I briefly touched upon the social media shareables with regards to your marketing kit. Now, what about also just, let's say you don't have any listings right now. What are you doing to promote yourself with inventory? Well, we want to help you with that as well. And this is where list packs can really be a useful tool for you to help you promote yourself on social media with inventory. So what these are websites that are curated based on themes. And we have some custom ones or pre-curated ones here for you as well, but you can also create your own custom ones. And the way this works is the website's going to look for key terms from the MLS listings. So top 10 most expensive homes. We'll do the data search for the top 10 largest homes, top 10 biggest lots. And this is just a fun way, again, to get engagement from your viewers, right? Consumers love to just look at properties, if nothing more, just to look at properties. I still do it, right? So this is one way to get engagement. Remind your viewers that you are a real estate agent, but better yet, it's just something fun that they can do, right? So for this example here, and what you can do with these list packs also, just so you know, is you can do different market areas, right? So where it says choose a market area, I always recommend if you have multiple market areas that you're working in, put them all in there individually and do another one that includes all of them potentially. I don't know how close by some of your areas might be, but if you have 4 or 5 cities that are all in the same area and it gives you some more views, go ahead and do that, because the more you can put on there, the more listings that your viewers can look at, the more engaged they become, right? So if you only do one zip code, maybe there's only 3 active listings in that zip code. It's not going to really be a ton of fun for your viewer. So do multiple zip codes or do multiple cities. But this just gives them an opportunity to take a look at those areas. And with this one particular here that I did top 10 largest lots, you notice it starts off with the top 10, but it also opens up. There's actually 69 active listings in the area. So the consumer can go in here and look at all these different active listings in the area, even though it starts off with the top 10 largest lots. They also have the freedom to go in here and put different cities if they want to, right? Different bedroom counts, so it starts helping your viewers get more engaged with looking at listings. And again, all the call to actions go right back to you, no matter what listing they look at. Okay. And these are live. These are evergreen. So they do update. We update the links every 3 hours. Okay. So if this listing right here goes pending today, it won't be on here tomorrow. All right. Which leads me to my next point is you can do these custom list packs as well. Maybe you want to have some fun. And like I've seen some really creative ones that I thought were great, just depending on what area of the country you're in. I've seen homes with barns. One agent did a really, she was very creative with um, man caves for your husband, right? You know, basements, you know, so upgraded basements. And so what the um, platform is going to do is when you put in the keyword on the bottom right here, it's going to look for that keyword within the MLS database. So whether it's office or fireplace, pool, barn, basement, you know, that's what it's going to look for the keyword to make sure that those listings have that in the listing detail. Okay. Any questions about the list packs at all? Again, just a fun way to, you know, it's all about getting engagement.
It was
Yep.
That was helpful because I wondered, I went on there before, but I never used it. But now that you said if they click on something, it'll contact us.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
was helpful.
We're doing everything in our power to give your audience something that's fun to engage with, but that's not going to direct them somewhere else. We want them to stay with you. We want to protect your lead funnel. And the different columns in here, just so you know what this is, where it says My List Packs, this is where you get the metrics of your list packs. So you can see which ones are working best, which ones are getting the most views, which ones are getting the most clicks. And no, we do not believe in click leads. So it'll tell you how many clicks you get, but you're not going to get leads from there. The only time you get a lead from the list packs, fill out the contact me card. So that means, again, when you get a lead from us, it's an actual lead. Okay. Now, also on here is this property search. Now, what this is a little different. It's a list pack, but it's a little bit different than the live list packs. The property search, these are static searches for that day. Okay, these do not update automatically, but this can be a great way for you to have a more fresh approach at providing your client a preview of the homes that you're going to show them that day. So if you're going to be meeting with a client and you're going to show the family, let's say 5 homes today, you go in here and you can put the homes that you're going to look at with that particular client based on the parameters here. Select the 5 homes that you guys are going to look at that day, right? Click on send 5 homes, and let's just say this is for Angela White's family. Create list pack. And now what I'm going to do is putting together these 5 homes into a list pack for Angela's family. And what I'm going to do is, once this is done here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to text it to her, and I'm going to email it to her so that she can take a look at it as well. But now what's going to happen is she's going to get this link, and here is a preview of the homes that we're going to go look at today that she can look at right there on her cell phone. All right. It's going to have your face right here, presented by you, gives her a quick scrolling presentation on this, really fresh, right? She clicks on the view homes, and here's the experience that she'll have on her cell phone, where she can look at that listing right there on her cell phone. All 5 of them. Much cleaner. And I'm not saying you have to, oh, that's crazy. Um, much cleaner than the tear out sheets. I'm not saying you shouldn't still provide them with the booklet that you typically provide, whatever your cases might be. But you know, the tear sheets for consumer still gives them something they can make notes on, obviously. But this is just another fresh way that you can actually provide them details about the listings you're going to go look at that afternoon. And these, again, like I mentioned, they're not live, so these listings will not update automatically on that list pack that you create for them, right? But again, you will get the metrics on those as well, so you can see if they've looked at it, opened it, and everything else. Okay. Any questions?
Oh, you're doing good.
Well, that is pretty much my entire dog and pony show for you guys. That we do, just so you know, we do have a resources tab in here as well. So if you have need some help with anything, or you watch some videos that you might find useful, you can go to here too. We have some recorded webinars that you can watch as well. We also have some tips as far as how you can, you know, update your headshot, change your logos. And just so you guys know, your account belongs to you. This is your account. It might be free, but it belongs to you. So if you need to make changes to your company information, whether you're changing brokerages or maybe your brokerage changed its logo, any changes you need to make, you have full access to make the updates right here. In your personal section right here, this is where I recommend too, putting your bio in here, adding your information, any links that you might have, YouTube videos, testimonials. Where those all go is going to be on the websites when the consumer is looking at your information, like the single property websites. For your detail, it will go to right here. Your website link will be here as well. They can click on that. So if you, I forget who it was, maybe it was, I
It
forget who it
was
was.
me,
Oh,
Germans.
oh, okay. So it's Jermaine Cement. She puts her link to her website on her post on social media. Again, this is where your link will go on your profile right here as well. Okay. So take a second to look at your profile, save all the information. It's worth it. And you don't have to, like I mentioned, if you change companies, you don't have to create a new list report account. You just go in here and update your information right here. Okay. Because we do store your marketing kits for you as well for 7 years. Right. So to help you clean it up, like, for example, if you wanted to take an old listing, so you just kind of clean up your dashboard, you can archive the report so it's not on your dashboard to clean it up a little bit, and we will maintain it for you for 7 years as you are required, right, as well. So that is my whole dog and pony show, everybody.
Good job. We appreciate it.
Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you,
No.
Angela.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you.
Angela. I would like to add, if there's anyone in your offices, because some of you all do work with other agents and brokers, and some of you are brokers, but if there are other agents that you know of that would like to have access to list reports, put them in touch with me so that I can share with them the link, and they will have free access. It's something that we pay for our realtors to add value to the relationship that we have. I try to meet with each of you offline to go over how this works, but I'm so grateful for you, Darin, because I don't have the full agent view. So thank you so much for taking time, and I'm going to save this recording so that I can share it with others down the line. I hope you guys got something awesome out of this and you're going to put it to use.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. And now I realize I need to spend more time on these emails when I get them.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your time today. Thanks for inviting me to this. And anytime you want to do another one, just let me know.
You're awesome. Thank you so much, Darin. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.